Good morning, dear students. Myself, Yogesh Kanade, lecturer at DCS Institute of Pharmacy, Devpur, Dhule. Today, we are going to see one of the most important topic, that is analgesics. Analgesics means these are the drug which provides relief from pain without loss of consciousness. These are the CNS depressant drugs which gives you relief from the pain without loss of consciousness. What is pain? Pain, it is an unpleasant sensation, an emotional experience that links to tissue damage. In our body, whenever there is a tissue damage, we are going to experience unpleasant sensation and a emotional experience that at this specific part a tissue damage has been taken place, or in other word, pain, it is an reaction of the body to prevent further tissue damage. You can say that pain sensation, it is a reaction of our body to further prevent tissue damage. आपल्या शरीरामध्ये जे काही टिश्यू डॅमेज झालंय ते अजून टिश्यू डॅमेज व्हायला नको याच्यासाठी आपल्या शरीरामध्ये काय होतं, वी एक्सपिरियन्स अ अनप्लीजंट सेन्सेशन अँड अ इमोशनल एक्सपिरियन्स that we referred as pain. In this slide, we are going to study neurophysiology of pain, how these pain sensations are generated, from where these pain sensations are generated. Whenever there is a damage, that is tissue damage, different types of chemicals which are released in our body. This neurophysiology of pain. I have shown you the diagram. Pain is produced by damage or injury to tissue that leads to liberation of certain chemicals near the nerve endings. Whenever there is a tissue injury or damage, at that time certain chemicals are released at the nerve endings. There is ample evidence indicating that chemicals like bradykinin, prostaglandins are always associated with the production of pain. It has been scientifically proved that along with production of pain, chemicals like bradykinin and prostaglandins are released. Other chemicals like histamine, acetylcholine, lactic acid, serotonin, and potassium ions are also involved in the initiation of pain impulses. Initiation means these chemicals like histamine, lactic acid, potassium ions, serotonin, acetylcholine, these chemicals plays a important role in the conduction and generation of your pain impulses. In our body, two peripheral sensory nerves are present. You can see in the diagram, they are your A delta fibers and C fibers. Our peripheral sensory nerve consists of two fibers named as A delta fiber and C fiber, and it is believed that these fibers respond to stimulation of pain receptors by generating and transmitting impulses that give rise to pain sensation. आपल्या पेरिफरल सेन्सरी नर्व्समध्ये दोन फायबर्स प्रेझेंट आहेत, त्याला आपण म्हणतो ए डेल्टा फायबर्स and C fibers, and it is scientifically proved that these fibers respond during stimulation of pain receptors and as well as generate and transmit impulses which gives you a pain sensation. A delta fibers are large fibers, 3 to 8 micron. It conduct impulses rapidly at a speed of 50 to 20 meter per second and register epicritic pain, or in simple language you can call it as it register localized pain. C fibers are small fibers less than 1.5 micron which conduct impulses slowly at a speed of 1 to 2 meter per second and register protopathic pain This is the first part, that is about your A delta fibers and C fibers. Further, axons carrying stimuli from both the fibers and the viscera of the body have their cell station in the dorsal root ganglia. Whatever impulses from these peripheral sensory nerves or fibers, axons is going to carry this stimuli from the fibers, and these axons have their stations in the dorsal root of ganglia. A delta fiber convey pain impulses to the CNS by the way of dorsal columns. See in the figure, A delta fibers convey pain impulses to the CNS by the way of dorsal columns, whereas C fibers convey pain impulses to the CNS by the way of ventrolateral columns of the spinal cord. Now all of us know that axons which are present in our body, they are having their cell station in the spinal cord. Whatever pain impulses which are generated, they are carried by A delta fibers and C delta fibers. A delta fibers carry these impulses to dorsal columns of the spinal cord, while C fibers carry these pain impulses to the ventrolateral columns of the spinal cord, where they ascend as fibers of the spinothalamic tract. These fibers run through the brain stem and reach the posterolateral and posterior-medial nuclei of the thalamus. From the spinal cord, that is your dorsal columns and ventrolateral columns, from these the impulses proceeds further to the thalamus. In thalamus particularly, it reaches towards posterolateral nuclei and posterior medial nuclei. Possibly, impulses are integrated by the association of nuclei of the thalamus before being relayed. Now from these thalamic nuclei, fibers project towards reticular activating system, post-central crisis, and towards thalamo-hypothalamic projection. When it projects towards reticular activating system or post-central crisis, और थॅलॅमो हायपोथॅलमिक प्रोजेक्शन. थॅलॅमिक न्यूक्लायमध्ये जे काही इम्पल्सेस रीच झाले ते तिथून कुठे प्रोजेक्ट होतील? इट मे प्रोजेक्ट आयदर टुवर्ड्स रेटिक्युलर ॲक्टिवेटिंग सिस्टीम or it may projects towards thalamohypothalamic projection or post-central crisis. Now we will see one by one. From the thalamic nuclei, fibers project to the hypothalamus, which activates the autonomic response to the pain. When this impulses reaches towards hypothalamus, then it is going to register a atomic response towards the pain, while some of the fibers transmitting pain in your reticular formation of brainstem, and it is going to take pain in the initiation of arousal. इनिशिएशन ऑफ ॲरोझल म्हणजे काय? आपल्याला जेव्हा सिव्हिअर पेन होते त्यावेळेस आपण थोडं ओरडतो, आई ग, that is pain. That is initiation of arousal takes place. While from thalamic nuclei it projects towards post-central crisis, and this is the place where the pain is going to identified, that is recognized, localized and differentiated. When from thalamic nuclei this impulses is going to project towards post-central place, this is the place where the impulses that a human being, it is going to identify what type of pain it is, whether it is acute pain, chronic pain, at which part of the body the pain is taking place, whether it is in the hands, joints, legs, etc. That identification takes place when the impulses is going to reach towards your post central place. In simple, always remember that, in short, I will explain you that whenever there is a damage to a tissue, from that place certain chemicals released at the nerve endings like bradykinin, prostaglandin, histamine, serotonin, etc. These chemicals plays an important role in the conduction and generation of pain impulses. From that place, our peripheral sensory nerve consists of two fibers, A delta fibers and C fibers. The pain impulses which has been generated, these impulses are carried by these fibers towards the CNS. How it is carried out? First, these fibers will carry impulses towards the axon. Axons having their station in the spinal cord, therefore axons carried towards your spinal cord through your dorsal columns or ventrolateral columns. From these columns it proceeds towards your thalamic nuclei. From thalamic nuclei it proceeds towards your reticular activating system, hypothalamus or post central place, and this is the place after reaching your pain sensations are going to be recognized, localized and differentiated. This is a neurophysiology of pain. Why we have pain sensation? I have already told you that it is a reaction of our body to further prevent tissue damage. कारण की आपल्याला पेनच जर नाही झाली, आपल्याला जर इंटरनल पेन होत असेल आणि ती पेन जर आपल्याला पेन सेन्सेशन जर जाणवले नाही किंवा आपण पेन एक्सपिरियन्स नाही केली, तर त्या इंटरनल टिश्यू डॅमेजचं काय होईल? फर्दर टिश्यू डॅमेज इज गोइंग टू टेक प्लेस. टू प्रिव्हेंट दॅट टिश्यू डॅमेज, our body provides, that is does the conduction and generation of your pain impulses. This is neurophysiology of pain. Now pain consists of two components. This is the very important one to understand, that is pain consists of two components named as रिॲक्शन कंपोनेंट अँड परसेप्शन कंपोनेंट. पेनमध्ये दोन कंपोनेंट्स प्रेझेंट असतात पेन सेन्सेशनमध्ये. एक आपण म्हणतो रिॲक्शन कंपोनेंट आणि एकाला म्हणतो आपण परसेप्शन कंपोनेंट. रिॲक्शन कंपोनेंट म्हणजे काय? द रिॲक्शन कंपोनेंट is not the same for any two person as well as it is not identical in one person on different occasions. पेन सेन्सेशन जे आपण रिॲक्शन कंपोनेंट कधी म्हणतो की ज्यावेळेस एखाद्या दोन व्यक्तीमध्ये पेन सेन्सेशनचा जो एक्सपिरियन्स आहे तो डिफरंट राहणार आहे. एखाद्यामध्ये माइल्ड असेल, एखाद्यामध्ये मॉडरेट असेल, एखाद्यामध्ये सिव्हिअर असेल एक्सेट्रा. ह्या दोन व्यक्तींमध्ये पेन सेन्सेशन सारखे नाही आहेत किंवा एकाच व्यक्तीमध्ये वेगळ्या वेगळ्या वेळेस पेन सेन्सेशन सारखे नसतात, त्याला आपण म्हणतो रिॲक्शन कंपोनेंट. कारण की पेन सेन्सेशन जो इम्पॉर्टंट पार्ट आहे तो कशावर डिपेंड करतो? It depends upon certain factors like past experience, condition at which it has taken place, memory of that person, and the most important, that is judgment. How he is going to judge that pain sensation. That is about your reaction component. Second one, that is perception component. Perception component is exactly opposite of your reaction component. रिॲक्शन कंपोनेंट मध्ये काय बघितलं आपण की दोन व्यक्तीमध्ये किंवा एका व्यक्तीमध्ये वेगळ्या वेगळ्या वेळेस ॲट अ डिफरंट टाइम ही इज नॉट गोइंग टू हॅव द सेम पेन. पण इन केस ऑफ परसेप्शन कंपोनेंट it is going to same for everyone and it depends upon the intensity of stimulus. For example, pain of rheumatoid arthritis, osteoarthritis, gout, cancer, etc. It is going to be same in each and every individual who is suffering from rheumatoid arthritis. That is perception component. Then types of pain. Depending upon the severity of pain, there are two types of pain. It is named as acute pain and chronic pain. There are two types of pain. One, it is acute pain, and second one, that is your chronic pain. Acute pain is temporary in nature and it may subside by using analgesics or it may subside by its own also. Acute pain का है कि acute pain it is temporary in nature and either you can use analgesics or in some pain by its own also it is going to be get cured. For example, if you have a little bit excess exertion on some of the day, एखाद्या दिवशी आपण जास्त काम केलं किंवा शरीराचं जास्त जर एक्झर्शन झालं तर संध्याकाळी काय होतं, वी सफर फ्रॉम बॉडी एक, आपलं अंग दुखतं. किंवा समजा आता तुम्ही वर्षभरापासून घरी आहेत, समजा अर्ली मॉर्निंग किंवा एखाद्या दिवशी तुम्हाला जर सांगितलं की 1 ते 2 किलोमीटर तुम्हाला पळत जायचं आहे, तर त्या दिवशी काय होईल, संध्याकाळी यू आर गोइंग टू एक्सपिरियन्स अ पेन इन युअर लेग्स. मग तुम्ही ॲनालिसिस पण यूज करू शकतात किंवा जर आपल्या शरीराला व्यवस्थित आराम मिळाला, वी हॅव टेकन अ प्रॉपर रेस्ट, ऑन द नेक्स्ट डे वी आर नॉट गोइंग टू एक्सपिरियन्स द पेन. Therefore, in case of acute pain, it is a temporary in nature. It gets cured by itself also, or you can use your analgesics also. For example, headache, डोकं दुखणे. झोप पूर्ण नाही झाली तरी दुसऱ्या दिवशी आपलं डोकं दुखतं. आपण जर पूर्ण झोप जर व्यवस्थित घेतली तर आपलं डोकं दुखणं बंद होतं. दॅट इज युअर ॲक्यूट पेन. सेकंड टाइप, दॅट इज युअर क्रोनिक पेन. Chronic pain is continuous in nature. gradual in onset and rather refractory to the treatment. Chronic pain, it is continuous in nature and it is refractory to the treatment. Refractory means if you are consuming your analgesics or you are taking analgesics, the pain is going to subside. Once you stop the taking your analgesics, again the person is going to experience the pain. Therefore, it is called as refractory to the treatment. Example, pain in rheumatoid arthritis, cancer, etc. ऑस्टिओआर्थरायटिस असेल, रुमॅटॉइड आर्थरायटिस असेल. समजा एखाद्या व्यक्तीला रुमॅटॉइड आर्थरायटिस असेल, मग अशा वेळेस डॉक्टर काय करतो, त्याला ॲनाल्जेसिक्स प्रिस्क्राईब करून देतो. तो जोपर्यंत ॲनाल्जेसिक्स घेतोय तोपर्यंत पेन काय झाली त्याची कमी झाली आहे. पण जसंही त्याने ॲनाल्जेसिक ड्रग्ज घेणं बंद केलं तर काय होईल, परत त्याला पेन एक्सपिरियन्स होणं सुरुवात होईल. त्याला म्हणतात रिफ्रॅक्टरी टू द ट्रीटमेंट. दिस आर युअर टू टाइप्स, दॅट इज ॲक्यूट पेन अँड क्रोनिक पेन. In the same way, there are certain forms of pain named as headache, neuralgia, chronic arthritis, labor pain, pain of cardiac muscle, visceral pain like pain of appendix, spasm, peptic ulcer, somatic pains like pain in muscles, joints, ligaments, tendon, etc. But always remember that if a person is suffering from visceral pain, like a person is suffering from appendix, that is a visceral pain. Visceral pain, it is very difficult to correctly localized. An individual who is suffering from appendix, it becomes difficult for him to correctly localize the pain. एक्झॅक्टली कुठे अपेंडिक्स मध्ये कुठे पेन होते तो एक्झॅक्टली लोकलाइज करू शकत नाही, त्याला आपण म्हणतो विसरल पेन. पण त्याच्या कॉन्ट्ररी जर सोमॅटिक पेन असेल, जसं पेन इन मसल्स, जॉइंट्स, टेंडन, लिगामेंट्स, अ पर्सन कॅन इझिली लोकलाइज युअर सोमॅटिक पेन. दिस आर युअर फॉर्म्स ऑफ पेन. Now we will go to the drugs used in treatment of pain. We name them as analgesics. The drugs which are used to get relief from pain, we refer them as analgesics. Example, morphine, aspirin, diclofenac sodium, aceclofenac sodium, nimsolide, etc. These are the drugs which are used to get relief from pain. Now, the type of drug or the kind of drug depends upon the severity of pain, whether it is mild, moderate or severe. According to this, we have to use the drugs. Analgesics are of two types depending upon their source. One, that is narcotic analgesics, and second one, non-narcotic analgesics. Now what is the meaning of the word narcotic? Narcotic म्हणजे काय? For example, opium alkaloids. Now opium, it has the ability to produce a addiction liability in a person. Opium derivatives like morphine, codeine, these are your opium alkaloids belonging to the class of, means narcotic म्हणजे काय, a drug which has the ability to produce a narcosis effect, which has the ability to produce a narcosis effect, त्याला आपण म्हणतो narcotic analgesics. Example, your opium. ओपियम मध्ये केमिकल कॉन्स्टिट्युएंट्स मध्ये काय प्रेझेंट आहे, मॉर्फिन प्रेझेंट आहे, कोडीन प्रेझेंट आहे, एक्सेट्रा. मॉर्फिन अँड कोडीन, both of them are used as analgesics. Therefore they belong to the class of your belong to the class of narcotic analgesics. Second class, that is non-narcotic. Second class, that is your non-narcotic analgesics. Non-narcotic analgesics means this drug is not going to produce a narcosis effect, therefore they are known as non-narcotic analgesics. Narcotic analgesics, the drug which decreases sensitivity of pain by depressing CNS without loss of consciousness, but this drug has the ability to induce sleep or to produce sleep. जे ड्रग स्लीप प्रोड्यूस करतात किंवा स्लीप इंड्यूस करतात त्याला आपण म्हणतो नार्कोसिस. मग त्याच्यामुळे या ड्रगला आपण काय म्हणतो, नार्कोटिक ॲनाल्जेसिक्स. हे CNS डिप्रेशन ड्रग्स आहेत, पेनची सिव्हिरिटी कमी करतात किंवा पेन डिक्रीज करतील. there will be no loss of consciousness, but they are going to induce the sleep, like morphine, codeine, etc. Therefore they are referred as narcotic analgesics. Non-narcotic analgesics, these are the drugs which are going to relieve pain without loss of consciousness, but these drugs do not induce a sleep. That means it does not produce a narcosis effect. Therefore they are known as non-narcotic analgesics. They are particularly used in treatment of mild to moderate type of pains. That to get relief from mild to moderate types of pain, we use non-narcotic analgesics like aspirin, diclofenac sodium, diclofenac potassium, aceclofenac, paroxicam, etc. These are the drugs belonging to the class of non-narcotic analgesics. Thank you.